Hey YouTubers, it's Valerie with Money Mindset Coach, and today I want to talk about having had COVID. I think COVID is coming back around. We're going into the fall and the winter, which is usually when it comes back, and I just got over it. So, all last week, I couldn't do a video because I was sick. So, anyway. Um, So I tested positive for COVID. It hit harder than I expected. And I wanted to share what it was really like physically, emotionally, mentally. Um, I'm clarifying that I'm not giving medical advice. I am just talking about my experience and what I went through with having COVID. Um, Basically, just a backstory. I had COVID 5 years ago, back when the pandemic was going on. And it was right after Thanksgiving. And we ended up going to my boyfriend's brother's house after having the regular Thanksgiving. And they said, oh, yeah, stop by our house on the way home. Well, we did. And everybody at house at his brother's house ended up with COVID. And it was 10 days, fever, chills, 3 days of losing taste and smell. It was, I hadn't been sick that long for a long time. But fast forward 5 years, and basically what happened is we went to an RV show, and it was an outdoor RV show. But we went, had a great time on a Sunday. The next day, he has an appointment. I have another place to go, so we aren't together in the morning. I get back to the house, his house. He gets back. And I got to tell you, the minute that he walked in the door and I saw the look on his face, I've known him for 9 years. I knew he didn't feel good or something was going on just by the look on his face. And I said, what's going on? And he said, I'm so tired. And basically, it just got worse from there. The fever that night, the chills, the aches, that whole bit. So that was Monday. The RV show was Sunday. This was Monday. I was feeling fine. Tuesday comes along. I see my grandson on Tuesdays. And so I let my daughter-in-law know. And I said, Tom's not feeling good. We didn't know it was COVID. We didn't know. But I told her, I said, he's not feeling good. I'm feeling fine. Are you okay with me still coming? And she was. So I did. And thank God they're fine. Nothing happened. Because I don't think I was sick at the time. I was probably asymptomatic when I really think about it. But anyway, so basically, that was Tuesday. I went home on Tuesday, and he kept telling me, I'm sick. You're going to get sick too. And I'm the type of a person who I don't accept being sick. I really believe there's a mind over matter kind of thing. And if you think you're going to get sick, you will. If you don't want to get sick, maybe you won't. I really believe there's a mind-body connection. I really, truly do. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to fight this off. I'm not going to get sick. This is not going to happen to me. And so I go to work on Wednesday, still feeling fine. Go to work on Thursday, a week ago today. And when I was closing up, and by the time I got home, I was not feeling good. And I knew it was hitting me. I knew that. That particular night, I had a fever and chills that were like the chills. I mean, I thought my teeth were going to chatter. That's how cold I was. And I was all covered up and everything. But you know, when you're by yourself and you have a fever like that and you feel that achy, you don't feel like getting up and trying to find your thermometer. You really don't. The next night, I had a fever of 102.6. By that time, I had found my thermometer. And I had chills, but they weren't as bad. Well, then the sore throat hits. And with COVID, they call this sore throat razor throat. And oh my gosh. Along with that, there was a cough, but it was a dry cough. There wasn't anything to really cough up. And so I went to bed the first night with the sore throat. Ugh. Every time I swallowed, I would wake up. So I didn't hardly sleep that night at all. I really didn't. And then I started coughing in the middle of the night. And you know how you get that cough where you just cough so hard that it literally makes you have to throw up. And that's what happened. I got up out of bed. I had to go into the bathroom and I threw up. And I got to tell you, when you throw up, when you have a sore throat, it's like your throat is on fire. And swallowing was even worse after that. So I probably had, it feels like 3 days of a sore throat. The sore throat and the fever and the chills and the aches. There were a couple days where they overlapped and you had just everything. Then I finally went 24 hours without a fever, which I knew that was a milestone. That's a good thing. But I still had the sore throat, but the sore throat was getting better. So anyway, the first time I got COVID, I had 10 days of everything I've been describing. This time, it was 5 days. Now, I'm 67, and my oldest son was concerned because of me being over 65. And I told him, I said, you know, I know what the regular symptoms are. I know what the more serious symptoms are. I know, and I know what to look out for. So he felt better after that. But now with vaccinations and stuff, you know, some of you maybe never did get the COVID shot or the booster or anything. I got the original COVID shot, and then I think I ended up with 2 boosters. But the last COVID shot that I've had was 2021. So it's been years. So whatever that was doing for me, it wasn't doing anything for me anymore. I don't think my voice is quite back. It's not quite there. I did go back to work today, and Ooh, I tell you, energy level, not 100%, but, I don't have a real strenuous job, so it was okay. I was able to work. But basically, I really think that COVID, um, I think it's kind of, I don't know. I think it's like the flu. Every year, the strain is different. You get it or you don't get it. Most people are not hospitalized with the flu, but there are some people who are. And I think COVID is going to be kind of the same thing. You know, it's going to affect some people worse than other people, and it's I mean, it's not going to be a pandemic like it was. But I was kind of here by myself, which it's always hard to kind of take care of yourself because everything you have to get, you kind of have to get it yourself. Um, I did have a friend who, if I needed to go to the store or something, she would have gone to the store. She would have hung it on the doorknob outside my door, because I didn't want to give anything to anybody. Now, my boyfriend, when it came to Sunday, um, he wanted to come, and he'd been kind of by himself. I think he was kind of lonely, and we're both sick, so it's not like we have to worry about infecting each other. He came and he was here for a couple days, and we've been watching the show 24, which I never watched that show when it was on, but we've started watching it now, and it's really, really good. And so we watched several episodes of 24. Yeah. We went to the store, got some food. We were both feeling better by then. But from what I read, one of the things you have to do is be 24 hours without a fever. That helps with the not being contagious anymore. It's that or 5 days have gone by since your first symptoms. Now, if you have a fever, you really can't be around anybody. You're going to be contagious. But you don't want to have a fever for 24 hours. Once you get to that point, that's a good milestone. And then, depending on what time that is, then you've got the 5 days. Two of my sons came and actually visited me on that fifth day when I wasn't contagious anymore, and I actually felt pretty much back to normal. My sore throat was gone. Everything was fine. So basically, the way I have always looked at being sick is I look at being sick as a perspective. Once you're well again, you have an appreciation for being well. The only thing that being sick teaches you is take care of yourself, but um, don't let things don't let it get you down. Look at it positively and realize how good it is to feel good again, and that's really where I am now. And my son, who was just here, he's coming back tomorrow because he's on vacation. And he loves this little town that I live in. It's a little tourist town, and it's really cute, and it's beautiful. And he wants to come back, and he wants to spend a little more time with me. And so I'm really excited about that. I have three sons. My oldest son and my youngest son pretty much talk a lot, tell me what's going on in their lives. My middle son, it's been harder to get out of him what's going on, how is he feeling, all that kind of stuff. So when he wants to come and spend time and talk, I'm all for that. I am all for that. So the whole thing with COVID, I've been sick for the last week and I didn't make a video or anything. And the one video that I had made before that, there was something wrong with the screen. And so when I tried to post it, something didn't look right. And so my youngest son fixed that for me last night before they went back home. So anyway, that's kind of where I've been. And let's everybody take care of yourselves. Keep yourself healthy. Eat the healthy food. Because COVID is out there. There's a lot of people that are calling in sick with it. It's starting to happen. And I really didn't think that it would start this early. I thought that it would be October or November, colder weather, It's been in the 80s and the 90s here in the last week, and it had been beautiful right before that. I mean, I had the windows open for a whole week. It was great. And then all of a sudden the 90s came back, and it's been hot. I don't like that. I put up my fall decorations, but it doesn't feel like fall on the outside. So anyway, that is where I have been and what's been going on. So, like, subscribe, comment, really helps the channel. I really, really, truly, truly appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you in the next video. Like I always say, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Till next time, bye.